Ready? Alright, let's go. Hello YouTube! Raging Rad Rider here. It's my first motovlog of the season. Hope everyone's doing great. I would have recorded early motovlogs, but a lot of stuff has happened to me over the past 6 months. Mainly I moved, so I actually live on the eastern side of Indiana, so technically I'm not a region rat anymore, even though I was, you know, a region rat for 50 some years. So it's kind of like I'll always be a region rat. Oh wow, I almost ran over that squirrel or whatever that thing was. In case you're wondering where I am, I decided to launch my videos this year on a motorcycle trip. I am on the Triple Nickel in Ohio right now. This is Ohio's version, or Ohio's Tail of the Dragon. I don't know if it's really Tail of the Dragon complicated, but it is very twisty. And I'm not alone. My buddy Jimmy is with me. Say hello, Jimmy. Yeah, he's a little, the audio I'm sure comes through spectacularly from microphone to microphone. But yeah, he's behind me. So I hope everyone's doing great. We're actually going to ride a bunch of, as many roads as we can in the next couple of days, and then head back to eastern Indiana. Should I say what actual town? No, I'll leave everyone in suspense. Maybe I'll say that for another video. But yeah. What was that? I didn't hear anything you just said. Yeah, we've had some, wow, this is sharp. Yeah, you may want to slow down for this part. Those speed limit things are more than just a suggestion. So yeah, well, that's interesting. It's a lot, it's actually a lot more curvy than I thought it was going to be. I don't know what I was expecting. You know, I was expecting it to be like the Tunnel of Trees. You know, the Tunnel of Trees has a little bit of S curves and whatnot, but essentially it's, you know, just a curvy road. This one's actually had a little bit of a technical skill to it required, which is nice. It's a change of pace from the mostly flat, straight roads I've been riding. Though I have seen maps in the area, the eastern part of Indiana, where there's some decent roads to take. But mainly, I moved out to the eastern part of Indiana because there's less people there. There's like almost 1 million people who live in the region, and you can't get anywhere. It's just a freaking mess. So my wife and I were talking. You know, I wanted to live someplace where I could sit out my back porch and not just see other houses. So we bought a house on a little lake. So yeah, sit out there in the morning, have my coffee before I work. I work remotely, so that's actually nice, because I don't think I could move to where I did. What's that car doing? They're just backing up, and oh, maybe they're just waiting for us to go. That's nice of them. That's real nice, because they're like, he would ruin the view. Thanks, guy. That's real sweet of you. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I could have moved there if I had to still commute to Chicago. That would have sucked. I mean, there's actually a train that's not that far away that goes to the city, but it wouldn't be a fun commute by any means. So this is nice. Got some elevation changes going on here. So far, I'm giving this a road an A+. I heard that this part of the Triple Nickel is a little more technical than the northern part. The northern part's just mainly turns and going through towns, but This is pretty sweet. I'm very much enjoying this. So, I ended my videos last year about, not to be down about my parents being sick. They're still kicking. They're still sick. That has not changed. But yeah, that consumed a lot of my time in at the end of last year. So I didn't shoot that many vlogs last year. And this year, I mean, the buying of this house and the selling of our own house was like just a whirlwind of that just consumed April and May. I mean, we found the house we wanted, we put an offer on it, we got the offer, then we had to sell our house. All that happened, I mean, relatively quick. I think our house was only on the market for like 3 days before we sold it, so that was nice. That was a big stress relief. And then, the whole process of moving, showing up for 2 different closes, it made that month very hard for writing. And the other issue that I've had is that we've just had a tremendous amount of rain this year so far. Like, I've only been, since we moved there, I've only been on my bike twice. And that's not because I, was sitting around Saturday like, I don't feel like riding. It was raining, like hard, like all day. So there really wasn't any place I could go. But hopefully, the riding season will be long this year, so I'll get to shoot a bunch of other vlogs. Other changes that have happened, I'm sure those looking at my bike being like, what the hell is that electronic thing on your dashboard? I bought a Garmin. I'm going to do a whole review of this, but the one thing I will point out is that Garmin really wants you to connect this to your battery, which you should do. But if you don't feel like doing that yourself, if you want to, buy one and then, wait till whenever to go to a dealership and have them do it, you can, if you have a Harley at least, you can use your USB auxiliary port to power it. You do not have to connect it directly to the battery. Garmin will tell you that you have to, but they are lying their asses off to you. The only trade-off there is that I had to shift down because that's a little bit below third gear. The only trade-off there is that you really have to secure the USB cable, because if it jiggles at all, it'll disconnect the power. And sometimes it reconnects, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's really, in their defense, it's really not made to use the USB as the power supply, but you can absolutely do it. So outside of yesterday when we were doing some high-speed highway riding, I never lost the connection, but in high speed the wind was jostling the cable around and it was going in and out. So it would be better from a security standpoint, or a safety standpoint, I guess, or ease of mind standpoint, to connect it directly to the battery. But it's not the end of the world if you don't do that. I mean, it also disconnects itself when you turn the bike off. So if you wanted to leave it on here when you park, which I really don't recommend unless you're parking it in your garage, because I mean, someone could just lift it off and take it. But if you're leaving it on there, you don't have to worry about it draining your battery, because the USB connection shuts itself off when the bike's turned off. So anyway, I'll do a big long review of that later. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is like 90 miles. Jim, is that right? It's 90 miles? Yeah. So I'm going to go in and out, think of clever things to say. We'll probably do, a stopping off here or there. But wow, that was kind of interesting. You get to the top of the hill, really don't know what's on the other side. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to shoot the whole thing. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll just shoot till this battery runs out, and then I'll let it cool down and I'll switch batteries. And if I have something, magnificent to say, I'll just say it. Or if Jim does, he could say it, He can chime in anytime he wants. Probably won't hear what he's saying, but he could chime in nonetheless. Wow, that's a sharp turn. I really need to pay attention to these 20-mile-an-hour turn things, because I haven't been, and I have paid the price with, oh crap, that's a sharp turn. But yeah, this part of Ohio is really nice. Yeah? You know, and I thought that we would breeze through this in like an hour and a half. I don't know what I was thinking. We're probably going to be on this road like 3 hours. Because there is no way we're going 60 miles an hour on this road. And I was contemplating, you know, traditionally, you know, YouTube's changed. Traditionally, they tell you your videos are only supposed to be like 10 minutes long, but like the new trend is to make like half-hour videos. I guess like people tune into YouTube, like long YouTube videos, and they just like kind of zone around it. It's like background like noise, which is fine by me, because that means I got to do a lot less editing. I don't know how soothing the sound of a Harley engine is. I don't know, people watching this channel probably is soothing, but hello, car. I can only imagine having to take this road every day as like your commuter road. I would think that would really suck after a while. Oh, those are pretty flowers. This reminds me of southern Indiana, which is interesting because southern Indiana is, you know, just that way, I think. But for those who have seen my videos of southern Indiana, there's lots of, you know, little hills, and you know, you go up a hill, then you bank down. This reminds me of that, those roads I took down there. Maybe Indiana should try to pitch those as a tourist attraction for motorcycle riders. We're coming up on a 20-mile-an-hour turn. Wow, that's a nice house. Oh, this is a sharp S-turn. Yeah. It is a little bit, less daunting to take this road when you have this electronic map in front of you telling when sharp turns are coming up. It's like, great. I'm so glad you have that. Hello, brother. Well, I think I will cut this off right here for a little bit and record again when there's something really cool to say. Talk to y'all soon. And we're back with a quick check-in. Basically, this road's great. It's pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now, though. Speed limits, 25, sometimes 30 miles an hour, and you're just going through the turns. I would not say this is as technical as Tail of the Dragon, though, but I gotta be honest, it's a little bit more relaxing, I guess. It almost reminds me, if I had to put a name on, or put a definition on it, it's like a cross between the Blue Ridge Parkway and Deals Gap, as far as like technical ability that you need to ride it. It's not, I mean, the scenery is not as pretty as Deals Gap, or as the Blue Ridge Parkway, but I mean, it is nice. It's nicer than Deals Gap, though. Deals Gap is just the road. I mean, you're basically just going through, forested land, so it's not a road that you're taking for the scenic beauty. It's for the challenge of the S turns and the switchbacks and the 180-degree turns. But this is nice. I would definitely come back and ride this again. Wouldn't you agree, Jim? Yeah. There are a couple of areas where the road's a little rough, but like just little patches, but for the most part the road's in real good shape. Yeah, that's wild. Kind of went over. slow down here for a sec. Let Jimmy catch up. Yeah, but with all the hills, I don't want to lose connection. Whoa. Watch it up here, there's a really sharp turn. Alright. Watch it at the top of this turn, you gotta go left a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit of a blind, I could see if you were going really fast that would make your butt pucker. Oop, this is a sharp turn. Me neither. I think maybe at the next town we should pull over and just see if we can find one. Huh. I think it means there's S turns with like a crossroad. Like this road right here. 10 miles an hour, that must be not good. Oh, I see what it is. There's a switchback coming up right here. This big yellow line, or yellow sign. Yeah, you don't want to take that at 40 miles an hour. Wow, this is a little bit more like Dale's Gap right here. Horses. Now we know where all the shit's coming from. Oh wait, those are cows. Those are cows, never mind. Well, it could be cows. I mean, maybe they let the cows wander the road and they take a big old crap on it. My motorcycle's displeased with me right now at all the inclines. It's really putt-putting right now. Well, I'm in a good gear. I got 2,700 RPM. watch it, there's a little gravel on the road. You just cannot avoid construction at some point in the trip. This isn't so bad though. Yeah, this is definitely more rolling hills than sharp turns. I don't know about doing 55 miles an hour. That's one too well. Well, we are approaching the end of the triple nickel. To all my YouTube watchers out there, thank you for watching the video. As always, if you like my content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll be shooting more roads while we're on this trip. Everyone have a great well, I don't know when I'm going to post this, so have a great week. Bye.